We've been working hard on the old 60 for a while now, and it's time to get it ready to explore our local region. For this, we're going to need to get it ready as a vehicle we can take camping. So in this episode, we're going to explore a back to basics camp setup and show you some of the gear that we think will get you started on some epic adventures. So Holly and I have been lucky enough to have travelled Australia for the past couple of years now, and we've been doing it in a vehicle like this. Now this thing is absolutely amazing, it's phenomenal, but I think we can all agree it's a little bit inaccessible for most people, and it's a little bit over the top. That's why we wanted to go back to basics, and we got a clean slate, something like this. Now this system we want to build, this camp system, is going to be transferable across multiple vehicles. So you can put it in an SUV, a sedan, a hatchback, whatever you got, it doesn't really matter. Now we've partnered up with eBay on this one to show you the range of gear that they have to build a simple camping setup like this that you can use for years to come. So let's get into it and we'll show you what we've got. So to make it a bit easier, we've decided to break it down in a couple of different sections. So we're gonna have items that you need to actually go camping.
Items that you will need to eat and drink.
Yep, and a few more items that will help you explore and get out and enjoy what you're going to be doing out there when you're camping, which is the great outdoors.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Okay, first things first, and that is how you're going to sleep. Now I've always said if you don't get a good sleep, you're not going to have a good time camping. So Holly and I have had lots of different setups over the years. We've had ground tents, we've had rooftop tents, but because we wanted this to be simple and transferable across vehicles, we've decided to go with the good old trusty swag. So we've got the swag here, and we've actually got a stretcher, which is a little bit different as well. The stretcher is just going to allow us to raise us off the ground. Just means we don't need to find a perfectly flat or not a lumpy spot. So it's just going to make it a little bit more comfortable. And then we've got the swag here as well. So this is a dome swag, so it's going to have poles in it, which make sure the canvas is off you. It's just going to be a little bit more comfortable, a bit of cover if it's going to be bad weather. And this swag is a double, so it's a bit bigger. It's going to fit the two of us, but I think it's going to be a really versatile item, and that's the first item on our list, and we made sure it's going to be really comfortable. So we'll chuck that in the car and get on to the next one. If you're keen on any of these items, we'll have links in the description below. So next important item for us is your camp chair. Absolutely crucial to be able to relax when you're at camp. Now there's a million different styles of camp chairs. I think it's probably just finding the one that's comfortable for you.
One that you like. They obviously vary in prices as well, so again that could be a factor too.
I like the space these take up, and I like the ease of setup. That's important for me, but I also like a nice upright seating position.
Yes, we do a lot of work on the road, so I usually have my computer on my lap, so it's a good position to be in.
Yep. Get these in the car.
So the next section we're going to talk about is obviously the eating and drinking section. In our opinion, it's really good having some sort of storage box to segregate all of your items. We would usually have a food box and then an item to hold all of our cooking utensils. So back to basics, you will probably need some sort of cooking option. We've got a little gas cooker here with a little gas container. You could use that to boil your water, or we use this for boiling water. It's just a bit quicker and it's good with high wind situations. Obviously plates and bowls, some sort of cooking method, whether it's pot, pans, whatever you want. We really like this one. And then you're going to need something to drink your drinks out of. To wrap it all up, you will need cutlery and utensils. This is our kit. It has everything we need in it. So all nice and neat in a storage box. And then you could also label this one cooking. So yeah, we'll get that one in the car now.
So when you're searching eBay, just type in like camping water storage solutions and lots of things will come up. These are probably some of my favorite. We've just got the good old jerry can here, food grade. You definitely want a water specific one. But yeah, that holds 20 litres and nice and basic. And then there's this here, which again is pretty simple. It just goes into the footwell of sort of like maybe the passenger seat around there. It's even got this little cutout here if your car has like a tunnel in it. But that's a bit more out of the way and it holds a bit more water than this, but both great options. But it's just important to have enough water for where you're going, and yeah, plenty extra. Take more than you think you'll need. This time I'm going to take this one just for space saving, and yeah, we'll get in the car. All right, this next item isn't as basic as the rest have been so far, but if you want to go camping for more than a couple of days, this is a really important thing, and it can really expand how far you can travel and where you can go. And that's a battery system, or like a 12-volt battery system in your car. Now there's lots of different options, so just search and have a good look at what might be good for you. So there's options where it's a sort of all-in-one box, and that's going to be the easiest one. You could charge it at home and then bring it with you, or you've got in-vehicle chargers like this one here that you can sort of customize and make yourself, or get a professional to help you out. What does this system actually allow you to do? It just allows you to run electrical items or charge items. So you could be running Starlink, 240-volt items, you could be charging your phones, everything like that, or you could be running a 12-volt camping fridge like this one. The great thing about it is obviously you can keep food cool, you can keep drinks cool, and you can travel for a lot longer and a lot more remote, not having to go to shops. So it's definitely worth considering a battery system if you're planning on doing those bigger trips. So we're going pretty well with our basic little system. We've got somewhere to sleep, we've got things to cook with, we've got our little battery set up. So
water to drink.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Next up on our list was kind of like exploring, or like things to do when you're camping, because I've always said there's only so much sitting around a campfire you can do before it gets a little bit boring. I don't know, some people might enjoy it, but personally I like to do things. What do you reckon? What are some things to do when you're out and about?
Depends where you are, but that's one of the great things about camping, right? So you go places where a lot of activities usually are free. So you can go hiking, you can go kayaking if you're near water, swimming, fishing. There's so much to do, especially around Australia, or just traveling locally, which we're going to do next.
Yeah, that's right. So we're going to show you some of the activities we're going to do in the area. Probably a bit of hiking. That's pretty big around here in the snowy valleys. What else? Few water sports maybe.
Yep.
I don't know, I'm a horrible fisherman, but maybe I should really give it a go. I've been saying I need to give it a go.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we go with the whole fishing thing. I think we need to learn a bit more before we try and teach other people.
Yes.
But we also just wanted to do a rapid fire round of like other things that you can take camping. Obviously, everything we've mentioned today is quite basic, bare minimum. We also haven't put any food in yet, toilet paper, things like that. So there's a whole list of things that you can also take, which would, you know, go into the whole basic camping category.
Yep.
So,
shovel,
head torches,
campfire cooking. Oh, we've already done that.
Well, we've done camp cooking, but not
campfire
things.
things. Yeah, that's a good
idea.
idea.
So like welding gloves, hot plates, things like that to go with fire pits.
Yeah, head torches. We said head torches.
Said head torches.
Yeah, you said that already.
First aid kit's really important, especially if you're going remote. Maybe take a deck of cards.
Look into EPIRBs, or personal locator beacons.
Yeah.
So that's good in emergencies.
Handheld radios.
Yeah, handheld UHFs, really good for communicating with other vehicles on the road, or again, another sort of safety precaution when you're out and about, sort of hiking, something like that.
Sunscreen. So, as you're probably figuring, there's a lot of basic things that you can take, but...
Yeah, and I think I sort of almost go without saying some of those things. But one thing I would really recommend if you're starting out, or if you've only been camping a few times, is don't get absolutely everything. Just start with something like this, really basic, and just go for 1 night, 2 nights, and you really quickly figure out what you really need and what you don't need. And then you can slowly build up your system from there. And yeah, just sort of make it a bit more versatile and something that will suit your needs. Okay, so the car is packed. We've kind of got a few more things to put in to sort of finish it all up, do a little food shop, pack all that kind of stuff. But really, we've got the main elements in there now, and we're really excited to go on a little trip. We're going to go sort of locally in our local region. I've been working on the car for a while now, so I'm really excited to get out and try something a little bit different, something we haven't really done before. So that's really exciting. So tell me, are you excited to get out and swag it?
Yes. No, I'm excited to do something different. Am I going to love it? That's probably another question.
Yeah, we'll test it out, but we'll bring you along for the journey in any case. So yeah, jump onto eBay if you want to grab sort of some similar items to this, but just have a look. The range is absolutely huge on there.
Yeah.
We're really happy they're partnering up with this one, so we can go on this adventure and show you some of our local area.
So thanks so much for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one.